cool season grasses, you really want to take the time and energy to start working on this in August and September. That is the best time. I always tell folks the first week of September is the best time to rejuvenate your cool season grass. And there is a reason why they call it Labor Day, that first weekend in September. So you're going to labor in your yard if you really want those good lawns to look nice for yourselves. So what you want to do in August in preparation for reseeding the lawn is, first of all, you want to do a soil test, because if you're going to reseed, you want to know what actually needs to be done. If the pH is okay, what is the fertilizer content, what is the organic matter, because this is an opportunity for you to adjust those if needed. Fall seeding and sodding is going to be the best. Like I said, that first week of September is what I always tell folks is the prime week to do this. You want to prepare your seed bed. So some things that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have good seed to soil contact. So how can you do that? Think about what you need to do in August. You want to continue to water, continue to do insect control if that's something that you're doing with your lawn, is maintaining anything that's happening there. You want to go ahead and figure out what kind of seeds you want to buy and go ahead and buy that. And then you want to do a starter fertilizer. You don't want to use a regular fertilizer, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. If you are in a location in Missouri where you're not getting all of those rains like we are over in the southeast and in my area, you want to go ahead and start watering your lawn towards the end of August to get that moisture into the soil and to get the grass that is there, the good grass, to start rejuvenating itself and start growing. So then that's what you're going to do in August. So what are you going to do when it comes to September? Like I said, you want that good seed to soil contact. So what do you want to do with that? You want to mow your turf just a little bit shorter than normal. And remember, with cool season grasses, we say mow it at 3.5 to 4 inches tall. So lower that on your mower and cut it a little bit shorter. You want to use a verticutter, which is what this picture is. So this is the piece of equipment that's called a verticutter. And then when you turn it over and look at the bottom side, you'll notice there's all these different blades there that are rotating really fast. And what that does is it kind of cuts up that soil, that turf. And then if it has any debris that is being quote unquote raked up from that verticutter, go ahead and remove that debris from the lawn, because again, we want that seed to have good contact with the soil. Don't apply any pre-emergent herbicides when you're reseeding. A pre-emergent herbicide in the fall is good for those winter annuals that you want to try to control that come out in late winter, early spring. And we put that pre-emergent herbicide down in the fall. However, that pre-emergent herbicide is going to keep any kind of a seed from germinating, including your grass seed. So if you want to do a pre-emergent herbicide, you can do that after your grass is already up and growing and you don't have those seeds there, or wait until the following year to do that for your winter annuals. You do want to apply a starter fertilizer. A starter fertilizer is going to be higher in phosphorus over the nitrogen and potassium. So I've given you an example of what you could find on a bag, like a 10-20-10. A lot of times that fertilizer number is not going to be exactly 10-20-10, but what you're looking at is that middle number. So we have nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. The phosphorus, you want that to be much higher than the other two numbers. The reason for that is that phosphorus is the nutrient that helps the roots to grow. So that's why it's important to have a starter fertilizer when you're planting your grass seed. After that grass starts to grow and it's up, say a month or 6 weeks later, you can then go ahead and put down a normal fertilizer that would be higher in nitrogen, which will then help the plant to get a much quicker establishment.